The WNBA Finals will debut. The Las Vegas Aces versus the Phoenix Mercury. And I'm telling you right now, this is probably going to be one of the lowest rated WNBA Finals in a mighty long time.
You won't believe what just happened. After Game 2 of the WNBA Finals, Aya Wilson reportedly had a major outburst when the finals once again failed to sell out at the Las Vegas Aces home court. And who's she pointing fingers at? You guessed it. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever fans. This comes even with ticket prices hitting rock bottom. The costs for these finals games are honestly humiliating. And it's not just one match. Every single game, even a potential Game 7, is going dirt cheap. The league's biggest event of the year is being sold off like leftover stock at a discount sale. You can actually grab a finals ticket for around the same price as a fast food combo, just $25. That's real. That's the entry cost for a championship matchup. So how did a league that spent months celebrating record-breaking viewership end up with arenas that look emptier than a weekday matinee? Let's unpack this mess, because it's far worse than anyone could have imagined. What do you think about this chaos? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
It looked like the WNBA has become the laughingstock of all sports, man, because the ticket prices are horrendous. This is a championship game, dog.
The WNBA has spent the entire year celebrating itself, flooding social media with headlines about record ratings and unprecedented fan growth. But now that the finals have arrived, that hype has completely collapsed. Ticket sales haven't just dipped, they've crashed faster than a Caitlin Clark fast break with no whistle. And we're not talking about some vague stat from months back. This is about Game 1 of the finals in Las Vegas, the so-called entertainment capital of the world. You'd think fans would be lining up for blocks, right? Not even close. The cheapest tickets? $6. Yes, you read that right. Lower bowl seats? $25. Want to sit behind the bench? $90. Second row? Around $130. To put that in perspective, I've seen minor league hockey seats go for more. Honestly, even parking at a big concert costs more than a finals ticket right now.
You mean to tell me Caitlin Clark's signature Nike t-shirt costs more than these damn WNBA final tickets? And I'm here to tell you, oh yeah, they do. I mean, four-time WNBA MVP A'ja Wilson can't even get tickets up to $50? Bruh. This is bad. I mean, this is beyond bad. This just tells you the state of this damn league.
And here's where it gets almost funny. During the Las Vegas versus Indiana Fever matchup earlier this season, those exact same seats were priced at 5 to 10 times higher. Courtside seats? $2,000 each. But now, for the finals, you can snag one for under $500. Seats behind the basket? Maybe $300. And honestly, that's about the only section even close to selling out. And the wild part, these aren't resale prices. These are straight from the box office. That's how rough things have gotten. The WNBA can't even sell out its own championship games at regular retail prices.
Not to mention, we got none other than DeWanna Bonner, former Indiana Fever, quit the team herself in the talk and conversation of this WNBA Finals, and more importantly, her significant other, Alyssa Thomas, has found herself in some hot water as well, with not really speaking about the current state of the W.
And before anyone tries to say Vegas fans just aren't interested, let's stop right there. This city has sold out everything from boxing to UFC to Formula One. Fans here always show up. The issue isn't Vegas, it's the matchup. Outside of a few loyal followers, nobody's paying attention. Sure, Aya Wilson is playing well, and Chelsea Gray and Jackie Young bring excitement, with the Phoenix Mercury making some noise too. But for the average fan, there's no spark. The casual audience tuned out weeks ago, and that's exactly what the league feared most. Without Caitlin Clark, the interest just disappears. When the Fever were playing, tickets were gone within hours, and resale prices were through the roof.
But now?
No Clark, no crowd. The Caitlin Clark effect was the driving force, and the moment she's out, the whole system stalls.
Now, we know the controversy that led up to this game is pretty much attached to Caitlin's name. That is the Las Vegas Aces actually knocking off Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. Well, Caitlin did not play, but we know the referees kind of had a hand in that, we should say, with kind of making sure the Las Vegas Aces was pushed to making it to the finals.
This confirms what fans have been saying since day one. The WNBA's so-called boom wasn't natural growth. It was the Caitlin Clark effect. She was the attraction. She sold the jerseys, boosted TV ratings, brought in new audiences, and gave sponsors a reason to invest. Without her, the league slips right back into being a niche sport fighting for attention. And just when you think the situation couldn't look any worse, Commissioner Cathy Engelbert is out there celebrating how strong the league supposedly is. Really? If that's the case, why does it cost less to attend the finals than it does to bowl a few games at the MGM Grand? The numbers tell the truth. When the finals matchup was announced, upper-level seats were around $50. Within a week, prices dropped by 20%. By the time the media caught on, lower bowl tickets were under $60. That's not progress. That's a collapse in real time.
It says the most unwatchable basketball product possible between the two teams left standing. Not to decimate it by injury, Cathy Engelbert really outdid it herself. Can't imagine why the world is calling for her resignation.
It's a full-blown PR nightmare. You can't spend an entire season bragging about record-breaking growth and then turn around struggling to sell $6 tickets to your biggest event of the year. The WNBA can roll out all the Nike partnerships and flashy sponsorships it wants, but none of it matters when the stands are empty. You can't fake fan turnout. Either people show up or they don't. And right now, the empty seats are doing all the talking. Let's be real, this finals matchup is painfully dull. No tension, no storylines, no spark. Just Aya Wilson smiling through another interview segment while fans scroll past without caring. There's no Angel Reese controversy, no back-and-forth drama, no sense of rivalry. It's just basketball, slow, flat, and forgettable. The Aces vs. Mercury series feels like watching paint dry. Two teams playing cautious, low-energy ball in arenas that echo with empty seats. Even players have quietly admitted the vibe is dead. Compare that to when the Fever were on fire earlier this season. Every Caitlin Clark game felt like an event. The crowds, the noise, the energy, the buzz. Reporters packed the sidelines. Fans showed up hours before tip-off, and the atmosphere was electric. That spark? It's completely gone now.
Very, very bad. The face of the league. They want it to be her. And, the plan really ain't planning right now, dog.
Sure, part of this downfall comes from Caitlin being sidelined, but the real problem runs deeper. It's about how the league handled her. Fans remember everything. The rough play she endured, the missed fouls, the envy from rivals, and the silence from officials when she was singled out. Each time the WNBA failed to defend its biggest attraction, the audience quietly lost faith. Now, with Clark missing, attendance is crashing fast, and the timing couldn't be worse. The Players' Union is preparing for major contract talks, pushing for higher pay, fair revenue shares, and better treatment. All rightfully so. But how can they argue for raises when finals tickets barely match the cost of a meal? Owners and broadcasters will use that as leverage, saying, if the league's best season still can't fill seats, why invest more? That's the sad truth. It's not only A'ja Wilson or the Aces affected, it damages everyone, the athletes, supporters, and the league's entire future. Fewer fans mean fewer sponsors, weaker media deals, and little power at the table. Yet, Cathy Engelbert continues to assure everyone the league is strong. Really, Cathy? Because if everything's booming, why are championship tickets selling for pocket change? The stats tell the real story. You can spin it as progress, but when your biggest games look deserted, the only thing expanding is public embarrassment. While A'ja Wilson focuses on stats and unity, Caitlin Clark remains the only true draw. The proof is right there in the empty seats. Without her, the WNBA isn't thriving, it's just surviving. To make matters worse, social media is relentless. Images of ticket maps filled with unsold spots are everywhere, showing sections nearly untouched. People online mock the league, calling it the cheapest finals ever, and joke that the quiet in the arena beats the whistles this year. It's funny on the surface, but painful underneath. And it circles back to one clear truth: the WNBA refuses to truly hear its audience. Fans aren't asking for miracles. They want fairness, consistency, and genuine support for the stars who make the league fun to watch. But the league keeps chasing headlines instead of connection. Focus more on image than authenticity. They seem to resist success that comes naturally. Caitlin Clark gave them attention beyond expectations, yet they treated her like an obstacle. Now the outcome is plain to see: finals that feel like scrimmages and ticket prices that could fit inside a vending machine. It's both laughable and sad. The biggest championship series of what was supposed to be the league's best season is being played in half-empty arenas while the commissioner insists everything is fine. If this pattern continues, next year's finals might as well take place in a school gym with folding chairs and a snack bar. The truth is, it didn't have to reach this point. The league had everything ready for success: the Caitlin Clark surge, new sponsors, record media attention, and a fresh group of fans eager to join in. Yet somehow, they turned all that momentum into $6 tickets. It's almost impressive how efficiently they managed to undo their own progress. It feels like a masterclass in self-sabotage. For months, Kathy Engelbert and her team toured the media circuit, proudly claiming credit for everything Caitlin Clark accomplished. Every interview sounded the same: ratings are soaring, merchandise is selling out, and the brand has never looked stronger. But behind those polished statements, nothing meaningful has changed. The marketing remains minimal, officiating still inconsistent, and the overall presentation stuck in the past. They assumed hype alone would carry the finals, but now reality has arrived, and it's not pretty. Even the players notice. Sophie Cunningham, Nafisa Collier, and A'ja Wilson have all hinted that leadership feels out of touch. Yet instead of real fixes, Engelbert keeps announcing panels and discussions, which simply means more talk and no results. You'd think after watching attendance collapse, she'd realize the WNBA doesn't need more meetings, it needs movement. Because here's what everyone knows but the front office won't admit: fans showed up for Caitlin Clark, not for the league itself. That's the uncomfortable truth. Without her, there's no spark, no story, and no real reason to tune in. She was the heartbeat of the WNBA, and now that she's sidelined, the finals feel like the day after a great celebration: flat and lifeless. The energy is gone, the excitement is missing, and even ESPN seems tired. The commentary feels mechanical, and the cameras keep catching rows of empty seats behind the analysts. It drains the broadcast before it even starts. For a league that talks nonstop about growth and progress, these finals look like someone hit the brakes hard. After Caitlin Clark's breakout year, the WNBA had one clear mission: keep the fans engaged. That's all. Keep them entertained. Give them stories worth caring about. Make them feel part of something real. Instead, they pushed her supporters away. They ridiculed the very audience that filled arenas, watched every game, and bought the merchandise. They allowed players to target Clark, overlooked foul after foul, and let resentment spread unchecked. That wasn't poor leadership, it was pride destroying progress. Now the league is feeling the consequences. You can't celebrate growth when championship tickets cost less than a night at the movies. You can't ask for better deals and higher pay when the stands are half empty. Yet they'll likely keep acting as if nothing's wrong, spinning it as part of some accessibility plan. Sure, Kathy, whatever helps you sleep. The truth is, fans don't care about slogans. They want authenticity. They want excitement. They want leaders who protect their stars, not executives who hide behind statements and hashtags. Sports aren't built on PR. They're built on stars, stories, and stakes. Right now, the WNBA is missing all three. Because, let's face it, this finals matchup lacks spark. There's no rivalry, no tension, no narrative. Just two teams playing in front of scattered seats while A'ja Wilson claims to be the face of a booming league. But if she's truly the draw, where are the fans? Why does Caitlin Clark move 10 times more tickets than the reigning MVP? Because people connect with Clark, they don't feel that same pull toward A'ja. The numbers make that clear. And the timing couldn't be worse. With CBA talks ahead, players are about to demand higher salaries and better conditions while championship seats remain unsold. The owners are ready to use that against them. They'll point to the empty stands and ask, if fans won't show up for the finals, why should we pay more? And they'll have the evidence to prove it. Meanwhile, Kathy Engelbert keeps smiling through press conferences, calling this decline a sign of progress. Progress in what reality? When your finals resemble a clearance sale, that's not progress. It's panic dressed as optimism. The saddest part is that this was supposed to be their breakthrough. Caitlin Clark brought unprecedented attention to the league this season. They had a perfect opportunity to build on that momentum, to market the finals as a major global event, and to show that women's basketball had truly arrived. But instead, they grew comfortable. They assumed the Caitlin effect would last forever. It didn't. Fans don't stay just because you had buzz. They stay because you give them something to believe in. You need rivalries, storylines, and emotional hooks. That's what the NBA and NFL have mastered. They create drama, build anticipation, and keep fans invested. The WNBA, on the other hand, seems satisfied settling for hashtags and hollow slogans.
10.
And here we are, $6 finals tickets and arenas barely half full. The biggest headline of the postseason isn't about who wins the championship, but who's buying snacks just to fill the camera frame. For a league that keeps boasting about record growth, the pictures tell a completely different story. If the WNBA truly wants to rise, it needs to stop talking about empowerment and start focusing on genuine entertainment. Because until that happens, fans will keep speaking through their spending, and their message couldn't be clearer. Did you see this coming? Tell us in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Watch the next video on your screen, and we'll see you there.